series is game 2 underway. Search and destroy on Arsenal. It's going to be United on attack first, and they have waited for that push to come through. And I just want to point out, I just heard Clay laugh and giggle, almost as if he expected that to come through, and he's read that play perfectly.
I mean, Alex though is able to read a couple more things, but I'm going to have to imagine that was cooked up. Says Reciprocity, their Sogs will eventually push their way. Well, Persini does get caught out for the 2v2, so it's the Sog duo and Simp and Abizi, but that was definitely some strat preparation from United that,
I mean, it worked.
Helped with the opening break.
But you still got to close the round out. Zed and Dens. Up for Reciprocity, bomb down at B. Looks like Zed's going to try and break through from window. In fact, both players are. He's going to hear it. He falls first. Now it's Simp to trade. There's the first Simp challenge is not close enough for melee range. Zed with 18 health and a dream. And he's going to hop on the bomb.
Eventually, yeah. That is a very solid round. Wait for that cluster to come in, and then might as well get the defuse. That way you have the cluster off the break for the next round. But that is amazing preparation coming out from United off the opening break. And then Alex goes big. Wins 2 big gunfights on bomb. RCD just gets caught out a little bit, and then the trade non-existent, whichever player fell after him. And then Zed picks up 2 big kills in the end. Says United a great spot, but a couple mistakes, a couple mishaps throughout the round.
Here's how Zed managed to find the final couple of kills. There's the first shot punch enough. Heals. His health stops at 46. He was one shot. Simp just couldn't find the final bullet.
Yeah, Simp looks for the shot punch. Probably expected the man to be full health. Little did he know that health bar only halfway to being full towards the end. But either way, big first round for Reciprocity to get on board. Because keep in mind, we've been talking about new men on the roster, new role swaps for United. One of the biggest stories right now is Rec just trying to make sure that they get their playoff spot.
Yeah.
They want the top 4 because right now they are a game down after Midnight won their first series. So talk about important to get a first win under your belt as well, especially with the new man on the team. You need to get the ball rolling.
And it's a win against the United too, right? Which is just going to give you even more confidence for just how good they've been throughout the year. But in round 2, already they will get first blooded. Very similar to what happened in round 1 though, so it's not over. And Simp shuts down Dylan. Wuskin is trying to find an angle with a sniper rifle, and well, Beezy's just not going to let it happen. Den's with the pre-fire. He's all by himself. He will fall. A Beezy cleanup crew.
Okay, first round. Strat was great, but obviously they didn't get the big kills. This time the Sog duo was like, yo, I got you. Beezy with a fairly clutch stun. I mean, right off the rip. I think he was dealing with like 3 players, and then later on, you just got the man advantage. And Abizi with at least 3 kills that round. I think only 3, but at least 3.
Only.
Yeah, only 3.
Good round from him. And a much better round there from E United. More dominant from start to end. Abizi 270 off streaks. 5 and 1 his current stat line. And Simp, he's going to have the sniper out. As Wuskin will have a sniper out of his own. And I don't know why Wuskin thought it was a good idea to push that far up. It really isn't. And United with a 1-man advantage.
I think this is just playing off old strats. We might guess for Reciprocity. Like, again, their very first round, they got really aggressive over towards A. E United sat there and waited for him. This time he tried to get aggressive with the sniper. E United flood you out. So I think E United has evolved their S&D because obviously they need to after the performance at Anaheim. So I'm guessing that's what it was. Just one team has made the adjustments, made the changes, and Rec at least a couple rounds where they get punished for it.
Rustini with the best play of the round. There's a quick push up towards Statue, and then this was the challenge in Vent. Zed just sat there. Rustini doesn't lose those.
Not even close. Down to 122 health. He's got the
plenty
figures advantage coming in, and of course Persini, as soon as he knows that player's in Vents, oh, you know he's going for the challenge.
He got the call out and instantly just ran straight to Vent. He's like, I'll pre-fire it. No, not sliding. All right, I'll slide at you. 2-1. Now for E United, Simp still sniping. He's going to see one cross. Misses, but cluster out. There's the second miss. But he has all the information in the world now. They're playing A.
Persini's actually, well, I was going to say he was already back steps, but he actually just falls straight away. So now Simp has to fill in the spot. He does not last very long. United does have a flank they're working on, but at this point, gotta imagine they're ready for it. The trades are good. RC's ICR was good for the shot punch, but not good enough for the second kill. And Clay for the 1 versus 3.
Yeah, right. Just not going to give this up. Clay knows it. He's just looking for anything he could find. Then shuts him down. Good answer again from Reciprocity.
That was good gunfights of just picking off the players' back steps. Brasini gets blooded. I think he got killed by a SOG as well, if I remember correctly. And then, of course, Simp, once he fills in the spot, Dens was already prepared, nice and set up. And once you get the first kill back steps, it makes things so much easier because you get the bomb down effectively for free, which that, of course, does, and then returns to the flank.
His RC's trapped in vent. As you said, found the first shot punch, but they're a little further away there. There's Rec reply with a round win of their own. Hardpoint really was kind of back and forth until the very end. Search and Destroy started off the same way.
And if I'm Rec, I would not play aggressive over towards A, which they are not. Instead, they're playing aggressive over towards B, so mixing up the bag. But you see, they got information. At least 2 players are here, and if you see 2, it's going to be the whole squad. Dylan's got the cross, and Walt Brasini kind of goes for it. His team is backing down when Brasini is holding forward. So Rec will be happy with that first blood. Clayster able to even the odds.
However, there's going to be a flurry more players flying towards him. For Clay, it's operations. Stay alive as long as you possibly can. Maybe find one more kill. If you do, you're done your job and you've done it well. Because Rec are flying forward. He doesn't really have the best weapon for the job. He's not going to get support anytime soon. But he's bought his team a load of time. Bomb already planted at A. Now it's about holding the angles. You know 3 players are going to come on the flank. You're looking for one more. It's going to be Dens, who's essentially wrapping towards backstairs.
Dens can make a play, but of course his teammates on the front can. First trade is in. Arcity's back steps, and well, he's got to make a move towards bomb. Players are stunned, though. The stun is actually going to hit 2, but Dens on the fullest of flanks comes in. Cleanup crew, just enough time on the clock. The stun was great, but the flank, Ben, it was better.
I'm going to say it. I've been so impressed with Dens. I've been so impressed with Dens since he's joined Reciprocity. I don't think he's had anywhere near enough credit as he should. And not necessarily, you know, just because of that round, but just generally how he's played. He started off so slow in game 1, somehow managed to level things up, get himself some streaks, which was impressive considering how slow he started. His search has been extremely good. Now he's working on streaks again here. He's just been great.
I mean, Ben, like, let's be real here. Were we expecting this series to be about the Sogdua battle? Not at all. It is Dens versus Clayster.
Oh, yeah.
That is what we're looking at. This is where we are going to learn everything about these 2 teams.
Or no longer the ICRs, GKS.
GKS. New GKS man on stage. But no, I agree completely. Dens has filled into a role, which is a role swap for this game that he had. And he has filled into it incredibly well.
For me, it's Wuskin that really has to become the more consistent player on this team. He's currently sitting at 0-5. At this point, wait for Dens to get some form of streaks. There's 1. Dens gets 1 more kill. That will be the streaks. Dylan's pulled out the sniper rifle. He fancies it, but don't kill him until the bomb is planted. Dylan has to have trigger discipline, and he does just that. Bomb goes down. There's the streak. Now you can kill him. Hunt him down. It's the small things like that that can have such a big impact.
And that, yeah, that's the one time you want Persini to hold forward. Just don't die by Dens. Of course, you don't know exactly where he is, but gotta imagine he's on bomb. But either way, the round was won long before that. Zed picking up the first 2 kills. Obviously, the team support was there. And that is best case scenario for Reciprocity.
Round win. Streaks available. Just the lightning for now. But 75 away from a Hellstorm. Also have yourself a 2-round cushion, and this is all with Wuskin still without a kill. United on the attack. They flooded straight towards B, and I mean, you would assume the ping's going to come through. In fact, he's just going to go straight forward. He's going to call it in. This could be horrible for United. 1, 2 go down. Arceus was tagged up as well. Wuskin will drop. That's 0-6 for him. Just nothing going his way.
Yeah, but if Dens is on a 7 spree, like, he'll take it. You know, you get the first 2 kills with Lightning. You're feeling great about the round. And, of course, Dens looking for the Hellstorm as well. Simpo. This is this is players lining up for him. That is 3 and Arcity's for the 4th.
No,
the round is never over until Simp is dead.
No Hellstorm for Dens. As again, United, they know the aggression Rec is going to come with. as Simp finds 3.
How close was he to the 4th? Because he was right there. He might have had him weak.
52 health.
Was that really what it was? Okay, dude. Simp, good player. And if you're going to make it easy on him, even better.
I mean, if you want to line up in a straight line, yeah. I mean, he's play like Simp isn't going to miss. Simple as that. Rusty's there to clean up the final. Dens goes down. Is this the swing in momentum United needed? First blood comes in. It's Clay that found it. He's looking for a second. Dylan does shut down Prestini though, so 4v4.
There's a play for Rec. It's kind of lingering down as well. Dylan tried. Simp succeeded.
And again, small things. Simp realizes, well, more than likely, he's going to slide across. Let me instantly go back, out of shot punch range, make sure I can secure the kill.
Wuskin barely avoiding the 0-7 fate. But at this point, it almost just feels like destiny, Ben.
James Bond. The fabled 0-7. Can we see Wuskin's perspective? I just want to see. I'm just curious. Because bomb's being planted at B. It's a 3v4. Wuskin's watched the flank now. Which way is he going to wrap? It's still going to be highlighted. But the fight's on the other side of the map. Zed now, essentially, 1v4. Wuskin's check bomb, and United, they know he's somewhere here, but he's just duped them all out. He's now flanking the flank, but they spot him. Wuskin has to find at least one, gets it. Now, though, a 1v3. From 0-6, he's still alive. Wuskin, he's taking solo fights. It looks like Clay's going to challenge him, and if Wuskin had won that round could have been a little interesting for United.
Yeah, opportunity. Obviously there, Wuskin, though, a little bit too aggressive. I was thinking, one guy crossed the bomb. You don't have to fly out challenge him. The next man, the only play for the last man is to come through elevators. Maybe just try to focus on him, win that gunfight, slide away, and maybe there wouldn't be enough time. But if there was an opportunity to clutch a 1v3, it was not a very big door to climb through. And we'll have another look at the attempt. As he kills Simp, and then I think once he re-peaks, yeah, you can see the third man that's just barely there. But either way, you're off the donut, Cam.
That's true. No,
now, of course, United has won 2 very big rounds in a row.
Again, looking to try and get momentum back in the series, back in the game. 4-4, all tied up. Then sitting at 9-5. Great performance from him. It's easy at 8-5. Simp 7-5 after a 3-piece a few rounds prior. United on the attack though. Looks like I set it B.
He doesn't even do too much damage. Zed's still playing on bomb spot. Ben's trying to cover over top. Dylan, by the way, on the flank. He's going to start shooting players in the back, and his teammates are going to win the gunfights up front. Dylan found the hole. It looks like he should be getting taken care of, but either way, Rec, they have that man advantage. Wuskins and Zed are surging on the players, and everyone from E United has fallen. No wasted time. You think about the first round we had, where at some point Reciprocity was going to send someone through A, they go on the full flank, E United reads it. This round, E United, they left the fullest of full flanks open, and Dylan finds the hole.
Yeah, he's always going to go for it. When given an opportunity, and that time it worked. Right now, where's the lead? In the search and destroy, they look to level up the series at 1-1. Abizi has his grab slam. How much of a factor is that going to be? To either making a comeback or even going 2-0 up in the series. Obviously he's looking at the B push, spots it, has a nade available, so could cause some problems, but you've got to jump over the wall.
EMP comes out just for the spot check, so RCs might be cooking an 8. Of course, Abizi, he's just going to go straight for it. 3-piece for him.
They have a family. He's going to get 5.
You give him the quad feed, Ben. You give him the quad. You give Simp the final kill.
So round 11.
You get the grab slam down.
That's a plus. All right.
And Abizi's not on streaks.
Abizi just jumped straight over. 3 players sitting ducks for him. This has been a montage of a map. It really has. Simp gets a triple kill. Abizi says, hold on a minute, I can get triples too. Taco Slam comes out, finds a 4th, almost the 5th. Round 11. Rec on the attack, and Luskin's gone to the Old Faithful. Tell you, it wasn't too faithful in the first few rounds. Simp has just snapped onto Dylan. Team shots come through. Nade was thrown out. First Bloody United.
Versini the back steps, stays alive just for the moment. Simp finding new kills. Versini, well, doesn't exist in this round, but still a 4v3 for United. And the pressure's honestly probably on Wuskins. Got to find another pick.
If you're going to pull a sniper out in a round 11, you got to hit the shots. He's hit one. He has to find one more. Level it up. 3-3. 40 seconds left. You can see a couple of players rotating over towards B, or just one, in fact, as Wuskin does find the second, and this is going to keep E United at A for such a long time. Bomb will go down for free. Advantage Reciprocity in the round.
Comes down to that 3v3. No specialists on board, all guns at easy. That door's gonna open, but Wuskins only had the pistol. Now with 3v2, but you have to defuse.
Kobe. Doesn't connect. BZ didn't want to break the glass, and now they know he's in window. He does connect with the stun, but it doesn't matter. Dens finds a pick. Clay left in a 1v1. 18 seconds. Dens versus Clay, and this is a veteran play. I absolutely love it. 100 IQ. I love it from Clay. Whenever you got like
percent right, what was Dens doing?
Whenever you have like 22 seconds in a round in a 1v1, I always like to think your best bet, if you don't know where he is, pop them.
We know the Sogs are great, and the Sogs for United making huge plays, but we knew the series was about Clay versus Dens. And Clay gets that 1v1, but the play of the game, Abizi, who is able to get 3 with the graph slam and finds the 4th with the gun. He is not shy about being aggressive, the instant challenge. And poor Dens just topping off that kill feed, and he slides for the instant challenge for the 5th. A lot had to go right for United to win that search and destroy, but it did. It did go right.
Sure did. And there's the veteran, Clay, with the high IQ play. It was obvious. It was the only thing he could do. And he manages to steal a round 11 with the defuse. Den's too far away. Didn't even check. And what looked like a map which had Rec written all over it, United steal to give them a 2-0 lead in the series. We mentioned how important it is for Rec to win. As it stands, it's 2-0 United. Great series so far. Second of the day, EU United 2-0 up against Reciprocity. They've had to work for it though. Game 1, back and forth up until really EU United grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck. Game 2 goes to a round 11. 1v1, 20 seconds on the clock. Dens versus Clay. Clay hops bomb, diffuses.
Yeah, it takes that. It takes the 3Ps grab slam from Abizi plus number 4. It takes Sim getting a 3Ps with the Sog. So you said it's been a scrappy game. E United has had to fight tooth and nail.
And obviously, at the very beginning of this series, I asked you, I was like, all right, so what's your realistic expectation? You said, well, for the most part of the year,
United's
had their number. This is a good showing. A very, very good showing coming out of Rec. And yes, you can say, well, you know, United, yes, they've changed their role, but brand new player coming in for Reciprocity. Close games. Very, very close. Of course, that isn't going to make them happy. They want to win the series, of course, and, well, need to win the series with how close things are at the top of their division. But either way, maybe signs of improvement?
I mean, no, if I'm Reciprocity, I'm super annoyed. Because both the games are winnable. You're getting a bunch of streaks on the hard point. You're just getting 3Ps left and right in the search and destroy. So it's annoying. And keep in mind, they need, well, need isn't the right word. It would be incredibly helpful for them to get this win because right now they're a series down against Midnight and they want that top 4. You pretty much need the top 4 to make playoffs to have a realistic shot of making like a deep run.
Midnight in the back right now scrimming. Traditionally after teams play their games, they kind of just go home and relax, watch the rest of their games. No, Midnight know the importance of this week for them. That top 4 spot's so important. This Control Arsenal, of course, underway. Let's Rec on the attack first. They're down 2 lives, 40 seconds on the clock, no progression in either A or B.
And United's got a fair bit of map control. The only opening is really through gun, but do you really want a full flank? Not so much. A couple players in window, and actually Alex just gets underneath Arcees. I don't think he was expecting players to be able to get through that door without him at least hearing it. Either way, Reciprocity do. They're inside the A point. They got 2. It's going to be 3 bodies in the hill. And frankly, United, they might just chalk this up straight away.
Yep. And that's going to be the game plan. No one else would even really be able to get inside. So 20-19, a 1 life advantage for Reciprocity is an extra minute we added to the clock. So 1:29 to go. And there isn't progression yet into B. Finds it on towards Zed's Clay. 1 health and a dream. Zed's going to fly straight at him. However, Abizi's flanked the flank. There's the first. Dylan could be in trouble. Nope. Turns and burns Abizi. Surely it's Sim that shuts him down. It is. Third time's the charm.
Yeah, Wuskins is all the way on the flank. And United, they know someone's back there, but they don't realize how far. So you see some of the arrows are turning and waiting for it. You got a lot of players coming on the flank, and Persini's going to fall. Wuskins the opening. He has bought his teammates free clearance to come over through gun. You can get into lobby for free. Arcides, though, he is flanking the flank all over the map. He's got 3 players in front of him, and at the very least, he bought his teammates some extra kills. E United with the stop.
5-1 start for Arcides. 1-5 start for Clay. A bit different. 12-11. Grapple's going to be used. A stunt from Prestini. He actually connects with himself, but it did also hit the Rec players. He's going to be so annoyed. There was a player lying down right in front of him, but the rest of his teammates clear up the kills. There's the flank. 5 dead. United 29 seconds. And you win the round.
And there's no time for Reciprocity to work with. 24. You got to make a mad dash to the hill, and players are thinking about flanking, but E United, they have too much control. They got players in lobby. That's easy. He falls, but now this door is covered by Arcides, who just shreds Wuskins for the second one, and all remaining kills are just about free for E United. A very solid first round on defense. Admittedly, though, on Arsenal, happens from time to time.
Wuskins shuts down Clay. E United take the first round. 2 more, and they take the series 3-0. Well, we'll see what they have in the locker run attack. But a very important flank, really, from Arcides. Opened it up. And we saw Abizi do it once. It kind of worked. Then we saw Arcides do it again. That was really enough to absorb so much pressure. All 5 players from Rec fell, and instantly United were able to get map control, fly forward, and try and get some kills off spawn.
Yeah, it was pretty consistent. United was sending at least like 1 player through B just to go like for a flank, look for spawn kills towards lobby, and if you get pressure towards A, you get the free flank. And I think early on, a couple gunfights just don't go their way, so Rec did a solid job early, but now you got RC 7-2, Simp 9-3. He'll be the closest man in the lobby working towards a specialist, and this is full speed ahead towards this B point.
Persini wins the fight in vents, so now you don't even have to worry about it. United flying forward, and if the kill comes through here inside their lobby, you could even go for maybe a little bit of split pressure. There's 2 kills through. 1 player is on the zone, and Clay was a little trapped there, but Abizi's done well just to rotate. Gets out as well with his life. Now pressure coming in over towards A.
And Rec will be able to fight for this, though. Persini upside, and Vance wins the first gunfight. It's nice United don't have to worry about that. He's actually just going to jump straight into the hill, capture this as quickly as possible. 2 players from Rec thinking about the window. Clayser prepared for it. Got to win the gunfight, though, and Rec, they're going to be able to come in and retake the site.
That was far too easy for Reciprocity. And now, what looked like a great start for United is still very doable. 2 ticks of progression into A, 1 into B, but you could argue that A site should have already gone. Should have had near 2 minutes on the clock after that, as United find themselves 2. Pressure into A will surely come through, but Benson said both were spun with kills and good pre-fire from Wuskin. He's looking for 2 more over towards window. Reciprocity stabilizing. And
Denz is forcing the ultra bad spawn coming in from United. You start spawning in the top left of the minimap, that means things are going very poorly. RC's just trying to take care of Alex, but he does a nice job of staying alive. Backs up to lobby. You try to flood in through the window. Waskins is there to chop you down. First round on defense, solid from United. The second round on defense, dominant. Thus far from Rack, admittedly, still not over.
Still doable. He's got 8 seconds to touch a hill, which, based on where they are, now not doable. So, Rack will tie it up, 1-1. As once again, it looks like we're in for a very, very close map.
And that, in my mind, for United, just comes down to watching window. If Clay kills either one of those players in the window, no one else from Reciprocity is able to make a move because United had everything covered. Vents was an issue. The flank was an issue. It was the front door to lobby, and it was window. And Rec had 2 players on each of the spots. And United had, I think, all 5 guys there to watch the 2 things and the men in window for Reciprocity make the play.
A miraculous gunfight win, to be honest. No one from Rec should have won, but they do. As Wuskin 160 away from streaks. Are they going to go for B off the rip? Looks like they are. Change of class. Wuskin wants to play D. RC's in trouble. Backs away. If there was 1 kill he needed to get here, it would be this man. It would be Wuskin. Clay finds himself 2, and while Wuskin's trying to scramble away, 25 health, he somehow gets his head down and escapes with his life, but this player's pushing straight towards him. Not the best start, but I guess the saving grace for Rec. Wuskin's still alive.
And Abizi's going on the flank. Well, he's thinking about it. United there just pouring the pressure on the flank. 3 guys turned around the wrong way. Wuskin's looking for a kill if he can get it. There's the first. But RCD's on the flank. Wuskin's got to turn around, and he's just going to go straight forward, trying to hunt Persini down. A big kill to get. He cannot connect. Persini shuts him down, and it's looking like another good opening break for the side of defense.
I think the reason Wuskin played that so aggressively is he got the call out that there was a flank coming through, and he said, well, chances are I'm going to get shot in the back. Got to just try and force the fight, really go for it. He wins it, he gets streaks. Sadly for him, he loses it. Now it's United with a good defensive hold. Simp does have War Machine if he really wants to. Doesn't necessarily need to, though, as 3 players go down. That 4. And now it's going to come down to the final player of Rec already inside A. They haven't pinched him. He's just going to slide straight through, put Denz on skates. Not much he can do about that. Almost as if United said, all right, we saw your dominant defensive round. Here's one from us. Brilliant. Really very well played. It's not over just yet. 3 seconds left. But with this kill, that seals the deal.
Some more specialists coming into play for United as well. Probably the biggest play of the round is just the opening break, right? You got Reciprocity make the move over towards B. Clay finds 2 from lobby. RCD stays alive, backsteps, and Wuskins was hunting for those streaks, but United very consistently, it seems like they always have 1 man on the flank, whether it be the guy in window that just waits for players to go past or the players that eventually cut through trophy and just try to get that lobby cut. United very annoying to play against, it seems like, thus far.
However, just kind of back and forth, defensive rounds. Beezy could open things up with a grab slam. So could Dylan. Now, it looks like United might actually try and bait out Dylan's grab. Will it work? Perfectly.
he tried. I don't know what kind of information he got to even pull the trigger in that situation. It's not even a grapple that came in off the rip, but not very good info at all. And now you got a sticky nade that's going to force players back down the lobby. There's a bunch of players inside the point for E United. One tick has already come through. You got Arceus is watching vents. He's got a second player to worry about. He does get cut down, and Sim's got every direction to focus on. But at the same time, E United, at least one tick is through, which is nice.
Here's the thing. Prasini's already started to push up towards B, so if he wanted to, they could keep the pressure on. And now he's going to spring into life. Rekka going to realize, hold on a minute, we may have misplayed our rotation here. There's still a United presses over towards this side. The War Machine didn't do much, but Simp stays alive. Now Alex is looking for the flank. He's going to die. Simp shuts him down as well. A 4-life advantage now for E United. Dens has so much work to do. He's not going to be able to do it. Second tick coming through. That's how you grab slam. Split pressure as well. Rec are in trouble here.
And now you got to make a decision. Do you flood to B, but you're halfway for the final tick, and that's what they're going to try. They're trying to flood up these back steps, and if they get hit by a single Tempest shot, that is going to be bad news, and there the Tempest shot is. I think it changed the player in the back. Zed, though, is able to stay alive for just a moment. The contest is here, but now the TAC 5 is in. The B zone almost assuredly going to be capped, and there it is.
And Prestini did such a good job. He managed to just stay alive for so long inside lobby. Vision pulses popped. That is almost a flawless round out of E United. Everything from the beginning. The bait was perfect for the grab slam. The rotations were perfect. The pressure was perfect. E United take it 3-0. The final scoreline, maybe a little more flattering than some of the maps were, but it doesn't matter. United get the win.
And it's worth pointing out, we're talking about Reciprocity wanting to make playoffs. Well, United, they want that first seed. I believe it's 2 wins that they need to get this week to secure the first seed above 100 Thieves, and, well, they got the first win out of the way.
That, again, will give them confidence, and for Reciprocity, their fight for top 4 now gets a little more difficult. They, of course, going toe-to-toe against Midnight. Midnight with a win earlier on. This week's going to be an interesting chance. It's going to be a great ending to the Pro League regular season.
And admittedly, different level of competition, Elevate versus United. That goes without saying. But at the same time, like, still a nice win to get under your belt. Being a game behind, it is only difficult competition both of these teams are facing this week. And it could be a difference maker. So Reciprocity, the pressure is absolutely on. Because Midnight, I mean, they look good today.
Yeah, they definitely do. And of course, as you mentioned, for United, 1 win down, 1 more to go, and they'll take the top spot from this division, which, of course, for seeding is absolutely massive. But that's everything from myself and Chance today. We'll send it out to Jess for the PlayStation Instant Reaction with the BZ.
Thank you, Ben. So for that S&D, that was really, really close. Were you expecting a more decisive victory on that map?
Not really, because we're kind of working on stuff in S&D, so like we're just like trying out new strats and stuff like that. Yeah.
So it seems like you match up really, really well versus Reciprocity. We're always seeing strong showings. Why is it that you're so good against them?
Honestly, I don't know. We just really have their number, I guess. Like, I feel like usually like when people have like strong like showings against people like that, they just like always come out kind of flat sometimes.
And overall, I know that working on those new roles and specialists has been a focus of yours since Anaheim. How comfortable are you guys feeling with that after this match?
I mean, we're feeling pretty comfortable. We still have to work on a few things, but overall, I think we're playing pretty well.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much. This has been your PlayStation Instant Reaction. Back to Katie at the desk.
Thank you so much, Jess. And the first 3-0 of the week, that, of course, coming in from E United over Reciprocity. And overall, Pack, I would say they looked pretty strong. I mean, Abizi said it there in that interview. That control as well.
Yeah,
definitely
I mean, that's
dominant.
pretty much what I expected. It came down to that search and destroy again. That like at the tournament, they were losing that, right? So they were a 4 or 5 record. This one, they clutched up. Clay made an extremely heads-up play to defuse the bomb. I was screaming right when it happened. I was like, hop the bomb, because it puts Dins in a really tough spot.
And we can watch that right here.
Yeah, with that timing left, if Dins decides to push up to the bomb and he dies, if Clay doesn't hop the bomb, you're just like, why the heck did you check the bomb so quickly? It's just a weird timing situation that he was in, and Clay hopped it immediately, so without hesitation, and that was what made it such a good play. It's just a second longer, and Dins checks the bomb and he dies.
I almost like threw that round when he like jumped up to throw the stun. If you just waited a second. Luckily, Clay kills the first guy instantly, over-peaked, and he just instantly defuses a smart play. This was insane.
Right there, that you should be aware of the number of points he has and not stacked together.
Yeah, you can't all go to the barrel first of all. There should be jiggle peeking and trying to get information. But yeah, right here I thought they were screwed because he throws that stun. I'm like, no, and then Zed just flies out to peek that bomb and gets gunned. And right here is just a heads-up play. Like right here, if you defuse it, like if Dens goes to check, he risks just dying to Clay and losing the round. So he took the gamble, but Clay's a veteran, decided to go for that defuse. Smart play.
Most of the time that would work, and then you guys would be like, yeah, good job out of him, staying alive, not pushing. Just Clay made an extremely heads-up play, and a lot of players, most players around the league would not have defused that bomb.
Do you think that's something that just kind of comes from having the experience and the time in playing that Clay has?
Just plant those seeds.
Yeah.
Like right there, he diffused that. Now everybody's checking against him from now on. You know what I mean? So some players like to, play with the other team's mind a little bit. So now next time they play, they know every time Reciprocity's checking that bomb. It happened to me, 1v4 in an event. I was traumatized ever since. Traumatized.
Study, how did you feel about Alex's first performance there?
Well, the first map, he performed really well. Then on the control, it wasn't the case. The first map, though, Reciprocity decided to run 4 Maddoxes and 1 GKS. That's something we've never seen on that map. We usually expect the ICR role to be running his ICR. And obviously, they were able to outslay on that first map, but still lose. They were just not able to hold setups because most of those gunfights are going long distance. And that ICR is going to be able to put you down 4 to 5 bullets compared to the GKS. Takes 6 bullets. So I don't really understand on the side on why they decided not to use an ICR there, but it definitely it improved obviously their slaying, but it just was not able to hold it.
There was times where they would get a bunch of kills, they would slay out. So they had fences, or actually United had fences hill control. Reciprocity did a good job and broke their entire setup, but then right away, since there's no ICR, no one posting up, they slid out so fast, so aggressively, and they got broken immediately. So they're out slaying true. They won those fights to get the control, but they're not holding. Hardpoint's about breaking the setup and holding the points. So you're not doing that. You're not doing part of the game. You outslay, you lose. That's like a lot of good players' hugest pet peeves in all respawn game modes. If we're going to outslay, we're going to win. And to United's credit, being the team that got outslayed, they're clearly playing correctly.
Yeah, they're playing great. And then, like what you said on that fence hill is just terrible. Alex was one off streaks as well. He gets the hill, they kill all 3 of them, and then they just fly forward. And while that's happening, they're dying front. Simultaneously, there's one guy in the back with a GKS, not an ICR. So when they're in that long-range gunfight with the guy coming from boat, he can't even get those kills in the back and retain those spawns. So there's just multiple things going wrong on the side of Reciprocity in that hard point. To outslay by 4, you should absolutely win.
Did you agree then with kind of the increased use of the GKS that we're seeing right now, or not really?
I mean, I can't really pin it all on the gun. On Hacienda, you should have an ICR.
100%.
I don't even, like, it just doesn't
Hallway
make
to hallway
sense.
fight.
Hallway to hallway.
You're on top of Lambo, Heady. There's just spots where the ICR is.
And they were outslaying by more than 4 up until, like, that very end as well. Like, they were doing well. And then they just started throwing their lives away. So, pretty frustrating if you're a Rec fan to watch that.
Now, on the side of E United, we said it a couple times, they need to at least go 2-2 this week to, I think, get that #1 spot in Division B. So the week as a whole for them, Pac-Man, how much pressure do you think might be on them in general, or are they kind of just hanging out?
They play
going 2-2. I don't believe that there's much pressure on them. They're a really good team. Yeah. So to say that they would go 1-3, that's a horrendous week for a team like United. They just went 7-0 their last time here in the league. So in that sense, I don't think there's a lot of pressure. I think the pressure comes within just trying to be ready to beat 100 Thieves and Optic and these teams at one of the last 2 huge tournaments. That's where the pressure is, not in this league.
All right, let's look at our schedule, move things right along here with that quick little 3-0. Coming up next, Optic Gaming and Heretics going at it, of course. Optic and EU having those flawless weeks. Last time we were here at Pro League, we'll see if they can do it again. If you're just tuning in, United 3-0 to Reciprocity and Midnight 3-1 to Elevate to move through the day. Coming back, we're going to be talking about Optic Gaming and Heretics.
What's up, everyone? Merc here with Nameless, and it's time for Rank Up, presented by Mountain Dew and Game Fuel. In the last episode, we watched Mindfreak swing the momentum back in their favor to win the first of 2 series. And now we're going to check out a play from the decisive second series.
That's right. Just like in London, Mindfreak came from the losers bracket and had to win 2 sets in order to become the Mountain Dew and Game Fuel Open Bracket champions. We're going to take a look at Game 4, where they showed pure domination in order to close out that second set.
So let's set this up. It's Game 4, and Mindfreak is up 2-1 in the series. They just need this game to take home the title, and it's the start of Hardpoint on Hacienda. Mazer's spawning on the preferred side because hill number 2 is just to their right in that garage.
Yeah, so we're going to take a look at how Mindfreak decide to approach this. They send 2 guys around that right side, but the key thing is that fifa gets that first blood, so he allows his players to get up and through that hallway, and when they get on their side, it's going to be very tough for Mazer to get in and regain control. So Mindfreak do a very good job of initiating that power control and starting that flip for the next spawn.
And this is it. When Setzi is able to find 2 right there, you'll see on your minimap numbers 1, 4, 3. They're already spawning on the opposite side of the map, which is 25 seconds left. This is a great start by Mindfreak, but one number you have to watch is number 5. That's going to be BZ. He's going to be the AR for Mazer. He takes a very long route, trying to get his team spawns for hill number 2.
Yeah, and as he's doing that, you can see that the players located around that first hill for Mindfreak, they have a numbers advantage, so they're able to rack up a ton of time. At the same time, fifa picks up those streaks, but unfortunately for Mazer, the streaks come in for fifa, and that's going to be Mazer's last hope for the first 2 hills.
We're hopping on board with fifa for our rank up breakthrough play with his point of view with an ICR and a perfect 10-0 start.
So another key part of this streak is that he gets that first blood, which allows his players to push up those hallways, as you can see on your minimap. And then he jumps down into the hill. So not only is he racking up all this time, he's also picking up the kills. So you can see sort of how he responds to the communication of his teammates, anticipating where every single player on Mazer is going to be coming from and picking up all of those kills.
He has the heads-up ability to realize Pentagram is going to put some extra pressure on the hill. And then right here, he calls in that streak. Now, because of fifa's 2 lightning strike kills, BZ has to run. You get fifa into a power position on that Lambo, which helps them push out to a 50-0 lead.
With a Mountain Dew and Game Fuel open bracket, we cruised through the competition pretty easily until the grand finalists. I mean, I'm still impressed. You know, there's a lot of teams getting a lot better. Any tips that I got for amateurs is just keep on focusing and improving as a team. I mean, a lot of people focus individually, but I believe that you got to improve as a team. Until you do that, you won't get better as an amateur.
So there you have it. Mindfreak shows us again that they know how to dominate even when coming from the losers bracket. They showed us picture-perfect play and how to close out in style.
Yeah, excellent work to Mindfreak to win 2 titles in a row. Don't forget, July 19th through the 21st, CWL Miami. We're going to see if Mindfreak can go for 3 in a row, but that's going to do it for this episode of Rank Up, presented by Mountain Dew and Game Fuel. Don't forget to check out the rest of the CWL Anaheim matches on our YouTube, and the rest of the CWL season can be seen on MLG.com and Twitch.tv/Call of Duty.